and grinning broadly at the look of horror on Uncle Vernon's face, Harry set off toward the station exit, rattling along in front of him, for what looked like a much better summer than the last. The end. Hello everyone, welcome back to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. I'm your Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, Jaden, and you're watching Disney Channel. Bam, 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 bam. I did it! So today we're going to be taking a look at the third book in the Harry Potter saga, The Prisoner of Azkaban. But real quick, a few things. So my Chamber of Secrets review was kind of a bit low effort because, it was filmed at 8 in the morning after I woke up at 6, read it, and then I had to go pack because I was leaving. Anyways, I'd like to give a quick apology for that. Also, I've been doing my book reviews in front of my movie collection, even though I have a bookshelf, so I was like, hey! Bookshelf, you know? If you know, you know. Also, I know I have this one, and this was before the whole Twitter controversy. This is probably a year after the land opened. And the paperback books that I've been using in my reviews, and all of these hardcovers, except for the Ichabod in this one, because once again, before. Books 1 through 7 was all purchased at an independent bookstore, so I'm not personally funding J.K. Rowling. And for the last thing, I think, before I start praising her writing and stuff, I'd like to say that she is wrong. Her opinions, number 1, should have been kept to herself. Number 2, she shouldn't be blurting it out there, which is the same as keeping it to yourself. But still, humans are humans whether you like it or not. Anyways, also, that wasn't the last thing. I wasn't thinking posting Harry Potter videos in the month of June, which was, once again, written by a transphobic author, J.K. Rowling, and I'm so sorry for that. It was a very terrible inconvenience, but it's now July, so, let's just get into it. I don't have anything else to say. Let's get straight into the review. After the success of the first 2 books in the Harry Potter saga, we all wanted a third one, and a bunch of other ones. So in 1999, Bloomsbury published Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and a year later in 2000, Scholastic did the same. Now just a quick nitpick here, and I know this is, most of you don't care, but I am in love with the British covers, and I got all the American versions, but I'm in America. Even though I forgot to post a 4th of July video. Very terrible inconvenience as well. But I really want all the British versions, but beggars can't be choosers. But I can choose the fact not to have this little nick right, this little thing right here. Well, I was tearing all the little price tags off from the independent bookstore I got it from. It was right there, and it left a little mark, It's gonna kind of be a little bit annoying. And also, I had to be a Harry Potter fan in the aftermath of everything, especially, it's 2021, the movies came out, so let's say it's 2017. Alexa, what's 2021 minus 2007, which was the Deathly Hallows published?
2021 minus 2007 is 14.
So 14 years after, and then 2011, so 10 years. Way too long for it to be after its popularity, It's kind of like being an MCU fan in 2052, where aliens rule the world and I'm a vampire. Oh shoot. Anyway, so this is going to be it for our Twilight book review. Okay, I'm getting off track. Anyways, let's get into the story itself. So before his 3rd year at Hogwarts, Harry Potter is still living at the Dursleys for some reason, and he gets some gifts from his friends for his birthday, which is in the first chapter, which is a little bit too long, But then the Dursleys get a little visitor, and no, it's not Dobby. It's Vernon's sister, Marge. Rather than her one-day stay in the movie, she's here for a couple of nights before Harry completely, blows her up as a balloon and makes her fly away into the London sky. God, Aunt Marge set X. Ow. So, after the Dursleys are pissed off at him, he goes, I'm allowed to use magic. But no, you're not allowed to use magic. What they don't know doesn't hurt them. So then Harry goes off into the night, and then he stops at its bus stop, and then he sees a dog, which, spoiler alert, later turns out to be I should not have said that. And then this thing called the Knight bus just comes, I'm here! And then Oh yeah, also, for some reason, Sirius Black is on the Muggle news, and then Harry recognizes him after seeing a thing on him on the TV, and then he goes into the night bus, which the guy, not the driver, has his newspaper with Sirius Black conveniently, you know? Because convenience just doesn't matter! Happy birthday, Harry. So he goes to Hogwarts, and it's just a whole bunch of foreshadowing, and then there's this divination teacher who predicts something, who's also played by Emma Thompson in the movie. Anyways, so Hermione has a schedule that's like 9 a.m. divination, 9 a.m. Muggle studies, which for Hermione would be kind of taking an English class in China, which would be considered a foreign language, but you know. So they go to their classes, a bunch of stuff happens, Quidditch is better than ever. The Dementors, why did they choose those as school guards? Especially later, which at least in the films, they become like in an alliance with Lord Voldemort, which really isn't in it at all. The ending, but I'll get to that in just a little bit. Let's talk about Remus Lupin, who is the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, and is also, oh God, he really should be friends with Jacob from Twilight. But you know who also was in the Twilight movies? Robbie P.E.E., who is also Cedric freaking Diggory. No, it's Diggory. In the
Goblet of Fire, Dumbledore asked calmly.
This one right here. Go away, I'm filming a video. Who also makes a tiny little cameo in this one. It just shows how great of a guy he is, because after Harry goes off the field and starts getting the Dementor's kiss, which is a very weird name, I might add, he catches a snitch and then realizes what happens with Harry, and he's like, no, that doesn't count. I want a rematch. But of course, Hogwarts is like, you won fair and square, Hufflepuff team. Just because the Seeker on the other team, which is the only way to win Quidditch, went off and almost got murdered with a Dementor's kiss. Not to mention, he almost falls to the ground and dies. And if Dumbledore, who, unpopular opinion, I hate, by the way, not just in this one, but all the other ones. Buddy! Who cares? You won, Hufflepuff! Zip it, diggity diggory dog! That made a whoosh sound. But yes, Quidditch is very good, and the Firebolt. Nimbus 2000? More like Nimbus should go on the ground end. Yeah! But yes, of course, Quidditch is very well written. This book is very well written, except for the fact that there are some grammar things that I'm pretty sure that I don't have any, like, off the top of my head, but they're kind of, it gets a little bit wonky. But one of my biggest gripes is that she's obviously not afraid with writing over 40-page chapters. So instead, J.K. spreads the Remus, Sirius, Snape, Peter Pettigrew plot twist into, like, 4 different chapters. Why? You had the whole time travel sequence split with all of Hermione's secret, and then a little bit in Owl Post again, which is a very stupid name for a chapter. But that's just kind of my gripes. The plot twist, it's like it's... Woo! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Plot twist everywhere! Pretend there's stuff coming at me. But I found my new favorite character in the whole saga so far. It's like, right now, it's, Hagrid, Dobby, and if you're counting the movies, Hermione played by Emma Watson, because, come on, it's Emma Watson! But there are 2 chapters that I absolutely adore, because they're so fast-paced, get to the point, and it's just so satisfying. It's Chapter 7, Boggart in the Wardrobe, and then Chapter 12, The Patronus. And for 2 reasons. They're both very fast-paced and very well written, and the second reason... Remus flippin' Rumen. Wait, that's not his name. Remus frickin' Lupin. My God. Hagrid, Dobby, Emma Watson. Let's just move this stuff around. Editing will do this for me. Lupin is my new favorite character. He's super well written, he's super calm, and whenever he's in it, the story just speeds up in pacing. Like, it's not bad without them, but it's kind of like how the movies are. The child acting's okay, but as soon as, like, an adult comes in, it starts some, like, pick up pace. And my God, does Hagrid's like, I don't know. I liked him in the Sorcerer's Stone the best, like, that's top tier Hagrid. But this is a very close second. The stuff he does with Buckbeak and the Hippogriff, and oh my god, Draco is such a little swear that makes Hermione say, Ron! What did she call them, though? But I'm kind of avoiding talking about the book because there's so much stuff that gets a build-up, but it's so shrunken down in the ending because it's so spread out that the chapters are filled. This book is very filler heavy. There's so much packed in there that kind of like kills it, you know? It just, like, the pacing is also just like plot twist after plot twist. It's just... There's one scene that kind of explains it was my dad with the Patronus thing, and that was in Hermione's secret. The Boggart and the Wardrobe is my favorite chapter, and if you don't know my rating system, I'll be right back because it's over there. A golden ticket is an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10, and a trophy is a 9.5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. I give Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the book, a solid 9 out of 10. It is the best so far, and I can't wait to dive into the
Dumbledore asked calmly.
Now for just a quick little fun stuff. I honestly prefer the movie better than this. I'm really not like... So I've been using the Stephen Fry audiobooks, and he does this thing that I thought was very funny at the end, where he did, and da-da-da-da-da. The end. But a thing that kind of bugged me was that in between like a chapter he'd say a sentence and then it would just stop. Dead silence. Chapter 15. Continued. Harry walked in and it's just a whole thing. But this one I could definitely feel the differentiation from the movie characters to this book ones. And I really am enjoying this format much better than the sit down with the books. But I feel like the Goblet of Fire is going to take me much longer to read because I only have it in hardcover and I can't really travel with it without like taking severe safety precautions or just finding a PDF or something. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and stay golden, everyone. Now think of a happy thought. And grinning broadly at the look of horror on Uncle Vernon's face, Harry set off toward the station exit, rattling along in front of him for what looked like a much better summer than the last. The end. Okay. Expecto Patronum!